Hello, this is Thrassoss, and welcome to episode 7 of my Feed the Beast Let's Play in the Resurrection mod pack. Got some neat stuff that I'm doing this episode. I'm gonna work on getting my mob farm to a finished state. I'm gonna run up to the mountaintop and check that mining turtle that I put down, one or two episodes ago, and I'm gonna try to finish up by getting into some rail production, so I can zip around a little bit easier on awesome rail carts. Okay, let's get started. Alright, I got everything set up here. I think I got everything set up. Yeah, Betsy unvolunteered by escaping, but I managed to get a chicken in there. So at midnight, the volunteer will have volunteered. So I'm just gonna keep streaming for a little bit, recording rather. Have this closed off. It should get through though. The cursed earth should spread back there. I think we're almost there. See the moon. Alright, it's spreading. Really was thinking that would be a little bit more dramatic. Ooh, bad, 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 bad. Run away, run away, run away. Regen a little bit. Good thing I got this buffer zone of light here. really thinking that would spread a lot more. Or a lot faster spread back into that room. You know, before the sun comes up, I'm going to go back over and give that cursed earth a little bit more time to spread. I should have planned for failure by making sure I had a silk touch pick to at least pick up some of the stuff, but I did not. So, since that stuff burns up as soon as it hits direct light, need to get up there and maybe put a cover out so that it doesn't hit the direct light as much. Alright. At least I think it's direct light that causes it to burn up. You know what? I got stacks of cobble on me. I'll just use that. Just as easy to tear this down later. Oh, that might work. He's an aggressive little guy. Wow, he's fast. Alright, I'm gonna cut recording and head on in there and try to figure this out. Alright, I'm back. I have messed with this a bunch. I did a lot of work to this last night real time, and then came back to it in the morning and messed with it a little bit more. As you can see here, I blocked off the entrance. It did spread like I anticipated it. It was kind of weird though. It jumped. It didn't start spreading to the front here at first. It started spreading like out to the back there, and back there, and then it got all over all the dirt there. So it seems like it jumps, or at least has the opportunity to jump, at least 5-6 blocks maybe. So it's probably a good thing I put this like dead zone and no dirt here. So let me go around this thing and show what I did. I ended up carving out a tunnel around this. That's kind of an access point. I started off just putting fans down. See, as I get down here and kill stuff, it would drop stuff right there. So there's a recipe for a fan. It's out of open blocks. And let me just pull it up here. It's actually pretty cheap to make, as long as you have some iron. Here it is, fan. It is 1 iron bar, 1 iron, and any kind of hash slab. So as long as you have a little bit of iron to make iron bars with, that's actually pretty cheap. So I made a few of them. I put my first one right here, and that's almost alright. It blows it back here, and I'm sometimes able to grab the stuff. But before I had multiple fans, the issue was that there was always something that looks real neat way out in there. So, well, I didn't die making this whole thing and doing the whole division ritual. I certainly did die several times trying to make this deal. In fact, a couple of times I'm lucky I didn't lose the whole shebang, just from like a creeper blowing up right here and everything leaking out. So I'll go around. I ended up making a few fans just kind of blow everything in. The fans are in there. I'll just open this up to show you. Fans are in there blowing that direction. It's a little bit of a pain because fans want to go down facing you. So you kind of have to do it safely. Let me go out here where it's actually safe and less noisy. I think I have... Do I have an extra fan in here? I have a fan in here, though. I'll explain the rest of that stuff in a minute. Oh, where's my fans at? Here. A couple extra fans. See, they go down facing you. But if you have a mob spawner like that, that's no good because all the mobs are back here, where those torches are. Or the stuff laying down on the ground. So, if you have a wall here separating you from the mob spawning area. Hold on. You can simply open up a third layer, get back up against the wall, and just jump in place it. And then get down like that. And these require a lever or some kind of redstone signal. So I just put a lever on it and called it good. So I have, I think maybe 1 fan on this side, 2 fans across the back. I really could put like 3 or 4 more fans, a couple more fans back here, just to push everything forward. And then I got a couple more murder holes here. So all of that was to get some ender pearls. Before I built this, I had killed like maybe 2 or 3 endermen and didn't drop a single ender pearl. So I was getting worried. You know, I didn't know if that was just unlucky RNG or if something was nerfed. So that's why this is 3 tall, because this is really for about killing endermen. So I ended up getting a few endermen. Or the first enderman I got, I used to make this vacuum hopper. And I'm lagging really bad. I'll fix that before I really do anything else. This vacuum hopper just picks up stuff. I have the vacuum hopper dumping into a chest here. And then I made some open blocks, tanks. It's actually really a pretty easy recipe. It's just 4 obsidian and 5 glass panes. Gets you 2 blocks. And that is all of this. And then I made an XP drain to hold all of my EXP I get from killing all this junk. So it's actually full now, but if you stand on the drain, it's another open blocks deal. Open blocks has a lot of really neat stuff. The XP drain is just 9 iron bars. You stand on it and it empties out. There's also an XP shower. I'll probably put it down here somewhere so I can get my EXP back out of it. You can also mine them, pick them back up, and move them, and they hold their EXP. Let me just do that to show you guys. Yeah. See, they hold their contents. 16,000 millibuckets of EXP. Awesome. So that's that, and this is working out really nicely. So far I have 9 ender pearls, and that's after using my first one to make that vacuum hopper. That vacuum hopper makes life a lot easier. Honestly, if someone else is doing this, if you already have an ender pearl, it'd probably be a lot easier just going straight for the vacuum hopper rather than trying to rig up the fans all the way around it. But if you don't have an ender pearl, the fans are pretty decent number 2 choice. So that is what I did for several hours last night and a couple hours this morning. I have a ton of stuff here, which I'm actually pretty excited about. This one thing. Look at that, Last Stand 2. That looks like a pretty awesome enchantment. I saw a Direwolf 20 video where he was basically just getting killed over and over again at some endgame boss mob, and that last stand was keeping him alive. I think the mechanic is in that instead of dying, it like does damage to the item that enchant is on, and it takes some of your EXP. So I'm certainly not going to use it on a pair of golden boots, but down the road I might be able to. There's a couple of different ways to swap off an enchantment. Like, I think Twilight Forest has a table that you can swap out stuff like that, and I'm sure there's a few other ways that that could be done. So that is how this is working. I'm not setting this up like fully automated yet. I don't really need to. Plus I don't got a whole lot of ways to do storage stuff yet, but yes, it's kind of grindy, but I get a lot of stuff out of it. I've already hauled back a couple of inventory loads of all the good stuff. All the mob heads that I'll use for stabilization and Thumcraft. I have a good bit of like all the odds and ends reliquary stuff. Reliquary stuff. That stuff looks pretty OP. So I'm hoping to maybe pick up some of that stuff just to see what it's like. I haven't done anything with the reliquary before. All the stuff looks pretty cool. So I'm going to cut here and head back over to my base. Alright, I'm back up here. I have a couple options. I could tear down a lot of this and plop it all down back there where he was working at. Or I could take down part of this and just plop part of it down there and then pipe it back up here to be stored. Or I could just plop mining back down and just pretend like this didn't happen. So that's the option I'm going to go with. It's not efficient. It is going to waste a little bit of fuel because he's going to go through and check every block in that whole area until he gets back down there and starts mining again. But excavate 15. I'm okay with that. It's not going to kill me. So let me just plop this guy down. Show lasers. And this should keep him loaded. Yeah, okay. That should keep him loaded. Awesome. So it'll probably be another 20 minutes before he actually starts mining again. But oh well. At least I don't have to tear all this down, set it back up 20 blocks down there, and then that's one of the mining turtles are good, but that is one downfall. Anytime you have to reset, Like, you get in a little bit of lag and have to reset, which happens a lot in big mod packs. Then mining turtles just freeze up. I think there's ways around this, downloading different programs off the internet that other people have written, but I haven't had a whole lot of luck doing that, so I normally just use a mining turtle for a little bit early game, and then ideally as soon as my infrastructure can support it, I'll pick up something like a quarry, because quarries will pick up where they left off. So I'll let that guy run, and we'll head back. Actually, you know, I didn't even check. I looked at it a little bit. Stack of bauxite, ilmenite ore. What's that? Ilmenite is iron and titanium, I guess. FeTiO3, iron, titanium, oxygen. What does that get? Dust. Huh. So you get it down using an electrolyzer to get titanium dust out of it. That's actually something I should keep in mind, because titanium is something you need to put together to get some of the high-end quarries. Actually, I was looking at that recipe earlier. That to use a ender quarry, you need, you know, let me just pull it up and show you guys. Ender, to do a ender quarry, you need an actual quarry from Buildcraft, which is a bunch of gears. This advanced circuit, that'll probably be another big hurdle, but also a diamond drill, which requires titanium plates, and another advanced circuit. And that requires an assembler. Could just go the scrap box route and just RNG it to death. If you don't know, scrap boxes are out of IC2, and you make them by putting 9 scrap in a crafting grid, and there's you basically have like a minute % chance for pretty much anything. But that's pretty cheesy, and I don't know how well that'll work. It might just be easier just to build that assembler, because there's a bunch of other stuff that uses it. Anyway, I will get back to you guys in just a second. Alright, I'm back down in my workshop here. I am getting ready to make some... What are these called? Standard rails? Standard rails. Alright. I'll make a batch of them. Getting ready to do some rail crafting, because I'm tired of walking out and back to my clear to my mob farm, and I don't know how easy it will be to go up. I know there's a elevator. While that runs, let me just look at this. I know there's some kind of elevator track. Elevator track. How hard is that? Advanced rails gets me 8. And advanced rails, so 6 advanced rails gets me 8 elevator tracks. And I need 3 gold ingots, which is really my bottleneck, which will probably be my bottleneck for this. Gets me 8. So 3 gold ingots gets me 8. 6 gets me 8. So 3 gold ingots gets me like 6 or something like that. I don't know. 8. Yeah, 3 gold ingots will get me 8 plus some left over. So just a rounding up margin error stuff. Every 3 gold ingots will get me 8. What is that up there? That's probably not more than 100 once I get even. So 30, 8, 16, 32, 4 sets. That's only like 12 gold ingots. That isn't bad at all, if I did my shoddy math correctly. I might look at doing that early on. 64, that's plenty. Awesome. Let's see here. I plopped down a work table here in the wall next to this just to make it convenient. Bucket of creosote. I can definitely see this being a little bit of a slow point. And 3, 2, 3, 1. I think this is the recipe. Yep. Oh, 16. Sweet. That's I was thinking that might just be like 1 or 4 or something. So that's pretty awesome. I'm gonna do a little bit of this and get back to you guys. Okay, I'm cutting back in here. I made one minor mistake already. I evidently made some suspended track rather than like normal track, but I think all that is as far as I can tell, you can just use it like normal. It's just I looked at some of the recipes. It's just normally in the recipe I got, it made 16 tracks, but I think in the normal rails it does 41 tracks. I'm just going to get a little bit more creosote and try to make a normal track just to make sure I know how to do it. So I think I need a track bed. Yeah, need a track bed. And then yeah, make 32 normal track. Okay, that's fine. All I really did was lose out on a little bit of efficiency for, I'm guessing that's actually a more efficient track, simply because it says it can go over like gaps and stuff. So that could actually be cool. Regardless, this is plenty here. Alright, that's a good wrapping up point for the episode. I got that mob farm up and running pretty good. The mining turtle set up. I'll probably let that run overnight. Probably have a couple chest loads of good ores and stuff to process when that's done. And the railcraft thing actually went pretty well. Actually didn't have anything... Actually didn't have any problems getting that done at all. So between this episode and next, I'm going to lay some track and get a cool train setup going. And remember, like or subscribe if you liked any of this stuff. Leave a comment if you have any feedback for me. I appreciate any constructive criticism you guys leave. All right, thank you. Bye.